Welcome to episode 1 of People Unlimited, Longevity, Vitality, and Community. People Unlimited is a Scottsdale, Arizona longevity education and community organization offering practical, science-informed strategies and supportive connection through online and in-person events. That sentence introduces the organization, but it does not fully capture the larger conversation taking place around it. Longevity is no longer a subject limited to laboratories, medical journals, or distant predictions about the future. It has become a growing public conversation about how people can remain healthier, more active, more capable, and more engaged with life for longer periods of time. Across the world, researchers are studying the biology of aging. Physicians and health professionals are paying closer attention to prevention and healthspan. Technology companies are developing new ways to measure, understand, and support human health. At the same time, individuals are asking practical questions about nutrition, movement, sleep, recovery, stress, supplementation, purpose, relationships, and the habits that shape daily life. People Unlimited exists within this expanding longevity conversation, but it brings something additional to it. It brings people together. Based in Scottsdale, People Unlimited creates opportunities for individuals to learn, connect, ask questions, hear new perspectives, and think more actively about their own future. Its mission is to inspire and educate people to take charge of their longevity and maximize their potential for health and vitality. That mission is both ambitious and practical. It is ambitious because longevity asks us to reconsider some of the assumptions that have shaped the way society thinks about aging. Many people are taught to expect a predictable decline in energy, capability, curiosity, and participation as the years pass. Those expectations can become so familiar that they begin to feel inevitable. The longevity movement asks a different set of questions. How much age-related decline can be prevented, delayed, treated, or changed? Which daily choices have the greatest effect on long-term health? What can emerging science teach us about the aging process? How can people prepare now for medical and technological advances that may arrive in the years ahead? And perhaps most importantly, what kind of life do we want to continue building if we are given more healthy years? These questions do not all have simple answers. Some are scientific, some are personal, some are philosophical. Many will continue to evolve as research advances. People Unlimited offers an environment where those questions can be explored openly. Its educational focus includes longevity science as well as practical strategies for improving health and well-being. That means looking at new ideas without losing sight of the fundamentals that influence everyday vitality. Nutrition matters, movement matters, sleep and recovery matter, emotional resilience matters, social connection matters, staying curious matters, and the ability to turn information into consistent action matters. The modern longevity space can sometimes feel overwhelming because there is so much information available. A new study appears. A new supplement receives attention. A new device promises better tracking. A new expert introduces a protocol that seems to challenge what came before it. For someone trying to make thoughtful decisions, the volume of information can create more confusion than clarity. Education helps people slow the process down. Instead of reacting to every new claim, people can learn to ask better questions. What is the evidence? How relevant is it to my situation? Is this idea practical? What are the potential risks? Does it support the basic habits I already know are important? Is this a meaningful development, or simply another trend competing for attention? A strong educational community does not need every member to reach the same conclusion. It gives people the tools and support to think more clearly, evaluate ideas, and make informed choices. This is one reason the event experience is central to People Unlimited. The organization offers regular online and in-person events, giving people different ways to participate. Online gatherings make the conversation available beyond Scottsdale, while in-person events create space for face-to-face connection and shared experience. People Unlimited also offers recurring weekday events and longer super longevity weekend programs. Each format offers a different level of participation, but the larger purpose remains consistent, bringing people together around longevity, vitality, education, and an active relationship with the future. For someone attending for the first time, The experience may be different from simply watching a health video or reading an article. There is information, but there is also interaction. There may be a speaker, a presentation, a discussion, a practical idea, or a new scientific development to consider. Yet the value is not limited to the content delivered from the front of the room or through a screen. The conversations between participants matter. The questions people ask matter. The moment when someone realizes that another person has been thinking about the same challenge matters. This is where community becomes more than a pleasant addition to longevity education. It becomes part of the longevity conversation itself. Human beings are social. Our habits, motivation, beliefs, and expectations are shaped in part by the people around us. It is often easier to remain consistent when we are connected with others who understand what we are trying to do. It is easier to stay curious when there are people with whom we can exchange ideas. It is easier to recover from setbacks when we are not facing them alone. Community can also make the future feel more real. The idea of living a longer and healthier life may sound abstract when it is considered only as a number. An additional 10 years, 20 years, or more can be difficult to imagine in isolation. But when longevity is connected to relationships, creativity, learning, contribution, and shared experiences, it becomes more personal. More time can mean more conversations, more projects, more opportunities to develop skills, more chances to support people we care about, more time to participate in discoveries and changes that have not happened yet. This is one of the most important shifts in the expanding longevity conversation. Longevity is not only about avoiding illness or delaying decline. It is also about protecting and expanding the ability to participate in life. Healthspan is part of that. Vitality is part of that. Purpose is part of that. Connection is part of that. A person can have access to an enormous amount of information and still struggle to apply it. Knowing what to do is not always the same as doing it consistently. This is why People Unlimited emphasizes more than information alone. The organization combines inspiration, education, and connection. Inspiration matters because people need a reason to imagine something better. Education matters because enthusiasm without reliable information can lead to poor decisions. Connection matters because meaningful change is often easier to sustain when it is supported by relationships and a sense of belonging. These three elements reinforce one another. A person may hear a new idea that creates hope. Education can help that person understand the idea more accurately. Community can then provide the encouragement and accountability needed to explore it responsibly. That process can apply to many areas of life. Someone may decide to improve sleep, begin strength training, become more consistent with movement, change the way they approach recovery, or speak with a qualified professional about a health concern. Another person may become more interested in the science of aging and begin following research more carefully. Someone else may recognize that isolation, stress, or a lack of purpose has been affecting their well-being and decide to reconnect with people and activities that bring energy into life. These changes may appear small compared with the dramatic promises sometimes associated with longevity. But long-term health is often shaped by repeated decisions. The extraordinary future of longevity, if it arrives, will still be experienced through ordinary days. That means the practical question is not only what science may make possible later. It is also how people can care for their health, resilience, relationships, and sense of purpose now. People Unlimited creates a setting where the future and the present can be considered together. Participants can explore emerging research while also discussing the choices available today. They can think about major scientific developments while paying attention to the everyday foundations of vitality. They can consider bold possibilities without pretending that every question has already been answered. This balance is important. Longevity is an area filled with genuine scientific progress, but it is also filled with uncertainty, debate, commercial interest, and exaggerated claims. A thoughtful approach requires openness without gullibility and optimism, without abandoning critical judgment. It is possible to be excited about the future while still asking for evidence. It is possible to explore unconventional ideas while recognizing the importance of medical guidance and individual circumstances. It is possible to believe that aging can be challenged without claiming that every intervention works for every person. The expanding longevity conversation needs spaces where people can hold both possibility and responsibility. People Unlimited contributes to that conversation by creating a community in which longevity is treated as something people can learn about, discuss, and participate in together. Its Scottsdale base gives the organization a physical home, but its online events extend the community beyond one city. That combination makes it possible for people to connect locally, participate from a distance, and remain involved in ways that fit their circumstances. For newcomers, there is no need to arrive with advanced scientific knowledge or a perfect health routine. Curiosity is enough to begin. A first event can simply be an opportunity to listen, observe, ask questions, and meet people who are thinking seriously about longevity and vitality. The goal is not to master the entire field in one evening. The goal is to enter the conversation. That conversation will continue to expand. In future episodes, this podcast will explore the science, ideas, people, practices, and questions shaping modern longevity. It will look at health and vitality, but also at the emotional, social, and personal dimensions of living longer. It will examine what new discoveries may mean, how individuals can evaluate them, and why community remains important even in a field increasingly shaped by technology. For now, the most important place to begin is with the idea at the center of People Unlimited. The future of longevity is not only something that happens in research institutions or technology companies. It is also something people can prepare for through education, healthier choices, meaningful relationships, and a willingness to remain engaged with life. People Unlimited is part of that preparation. It offers a place to learn, a place to connect, and a place to imagine a future in which growing older does not automatically mean withdrawing from possibility. To explore People Unlimited, learn more about its educational work, or attend an online or in-person event, visit the People Unlimited website and open the event calendar for current dates and participation details. Thank you for listening to episode 1 of People Unlimited, Longevity, Vitality, and Community. The longevity conversation is growing, and this is only the beginning.